Have you ever looked at someone you once believed was behind you in life, and now, somehow, they're ahead? They're buying homes, posting vacation photos, starting businesses, wearing things you still screenshot and save for later. And deep down, you feel something strange. Not just jealousy, not just confusion, but a quiet shame. Like, how did this happen? Was I asleep at the wheel? Did I miss something they saw? You don't even want to compare, but it's automatic and it hurts. Let's talk about it. Why this feels so personal. This isn't just about money, it's about identity. Because for years you were the one with potential. You were the one others admired, expected more from, maybe even envied. You were the dreamer, the overachiever, the one with big ideas, big vision. And that identity became a quiet part of your self-worth. So when someone you saw as average, someone who didn't dream as loudly as you, suddenly starts achieving, it hits deep. Not because you hate them, but because it feels like you've betrayed yourself. You start thinking, maybe I wasted too much time. Maybe I should have played it safe like they did. Maybe I wasn't as smart as I thought. But here's what no one tells you. The pain isn't just about them getting ahead. It's about you losing faith in your own map. Timeline trauma and how it sneaks in. We all grew up with timelines. By 25, you should be figuring it out. By 30, you should be settled. By 35, you should be successful. By 40, you should know who you are. These milestones aren't spoken out loud, but they're everywhere. And the moment someone else hits a milestone before you, even if it's not your dream, your nervous system panics because it feels like you've fallen behind. And when that person is someone you once pitied or guided or thought of as less capable, it feels like the ground beneath your feet cracked open. You question everything, your decisions, your values, your self-image. This isn't just comparison. This is timeline grief. You're grieving a version of yourself that should have arrived by now. The silent shame of falling behind the hardest part, it's not even about material things. It's the emotional shame that no one sees. You still smile when they talk about their promotions. You double tap their success posts. You even say, "I'm so happy for you." But deep down, you feel hollow, not bitter, not angry, just lost. You feel like a fraud in your own life. Because on paper, maybe you're doing okay. But inside, you don't know what direction you're moving anymore. You start avoiding conversations about money. You deflect compliments. You laugh off your struggle, and no one sees you drowning because you learned how to drown silently. How it happens and why you're not broken. Here's the truth. There is no one path to success, but most of us were conditioned to believe there's only one blueprint. Go to school, get a good job, climb the ladder, buy things, retire. But what if you chose a different blueprint? What if you prioritized healing first, or creativity, or freedom, or experimentation? What if you tried and failed, but at least tried? That doesn't make you behind. It makes you human, because not everyone's journey is linear. Some people build quietly before they bloom loudly. Others take detours to discover what actually matters. So while others may have caught up on paper, you've been building something deeper, but you don't give yourself credit because depth isn't visible. And in a world obsessed with numbers and trophies, quiet builders often feel like failures, but they're not. They're just playing the long game. Real life scenarios that trigger this feeling. Let's ground this with real life scenarios. 1. Your old college classmate just bought a second home and you're renting a small apartment. You wonder, did I mess up by not chasing stability earlier? But here's what you forget. You spent years healing generational wounds. You supported your family. You built a creative business from scratch. That's not failure. That's delayed harvest. 2. Someone you used to help with assignments now earns twice your salary. You think, am I just not cut out for success? But the truth is, they chose a safer road. You took risks. You changed careers. You chased authenticity. It's not a fair comparison. It's a different scoreboard. 3. You see a friend start a business and scale fast while yours is still crawling. You assume, I'm not good enough, but you're building alone. You're funding it yourself. You're learning everything firsthand. Their win doesn't mean your timeline is wrong. It just means both of you are running different races. The cost of unchecked comparison. Comparison is not just a thief of joy. It's a thief of clarity, because the more you compare, the more you forget why you started, what matters to you, what your values are. You start editing your dreams to look more normal. You shrink your ambitions to match others' approval. You rush into choices you never wanted, just to feel caught up. And worst of all, you stop hearing your own voice, because it's drowned out by everyone else's timeline. Unchecked comparison doesn't just slow you down, it makes you abandon your path entirely. Reclaiming your peace. Plus power. Here's what you must remember. You're not late. You're just on your own schedule. And just because someone arrived earlier doesn't mean they're happier, or more fulfilled, or even aligned with themselves. Some people race fast, only to realize they ran in the wrong direction. So breathe. You are not falling behind. You are falling deeper into alignment. Ask yourself, what values did I trade for comfort? What version of success truly excites me? Who am I when I stop performing? This season is not punishment, it's preparation. And when you honor your own path, you stop feeling like a fraud, because you're not chasing shadows anymore. You're choosing truth, even if it's slower, even if it's lonelier, even if it doesn't get applause. Truth builds wealth that actually feels good to hold. Closing. So if you've been quietly hurting, wondering why it feels like everyone is ahead of you, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, would I actually want their life or just their progress? Because fast isn't always right, and loud isn't always true, and visible doesn't mean aligned. The real question isn't, why are they ahead, Maud? It's, why did I stop trusting my own pace? Because the life you're building, slow, quiet, honest, will one day become something others wish they had the courage to create. Don't abandon it. Not now, not ever. Your story isn't late. It's exactly on time.